The Morning Show from your local news leader.
Welcome back to The Morning Show. It's our film reviewing time, and so we have a story about a friendship at the crossroads and a struggling veteran are all available for viewing this week. And so in our studios this morning to review that is our film critic Chuck KOPLINSKI. We're going to take a look at The Banshees of Inisherin and Causeway. And so Chuck, which one should we lean towards first?
Two good ones this week.
Okay.
Two good ones. And let's talk about The Banshees first. That one's front in my mind because I just saw it last night. This is from Martin McDonagh, and if you know that name, then you know movies. Made a great film with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson a few years back called In Bruges. And this new one, well, it has these two guys at their finest as well. There you see Farrell, and he plays a guy named Pedrick. And he's been friends with Colm for many years. He shows up one day at the pub to have a drink with him, and he is told that Colm wants nothing to do with him anymore. Doesn't want to be friends anymore. Doesn't give a reason. Just says he doesn't want to waste any more time with his useless conversations and, you know, the things that he does to waste his time. And there you see Pedrick's sister, Siobhan, played by, Carrie Condon. This, of course, bothers Pedrick, and he's trying to figure out just what did I do? Why doesn't he want anything to do with me? And he keeps talking to Colm, and Colm says, look, this has got to stop. And if you don't stop, I'm going to cut off one finger off my left hand every time you speak to me.
Oh, my God.
Well, he doesn't believe it. And that pushes things to an edge, and things get complicated from there. This is a movie that is filled with a bunch of eccentric, memorable characters and pithy, sharp dialogue that you are just going to be laughing at. Yes, there he is. He's holding up his fingers and saying, they're all coming off if you don't talk to me. It's just these scenes with these unique characters, as I say, this great dialogue and a story that you have no idea where it is going. And it provides quite a bit to think about as far as friendship, loyalty, isolation, and the things that bind us. Beautiful film. It's shot in Ireland, of course. You think you can shoot an ugly film there. And it's one that has an ending that really shook me up. Definitely something that I didn't expect. And you end up realizing that these two guys are bound together for life, whether it be through friendship or something else. You're going to hear about this film a lot towards the end of the year. I have a feeling that all these people will get Oscar nominations for their acting. This will probably be nominated for Best Picture, Best Screenplay. There's nothing really bad I can say about it other than that, well, and this isn't a bad thing, I can't wait to see it again.
Ooh, Chuck.
So it is out at the AMC. It's the only place it's playing in town. Make sure to catch this and make sure to give yourself some time afterwards to talk about it.
Well, and it sounds like an original story, which has kind of been missing in theaters lately, Chuck. So
Very much.
Fresh.
Very much, yep.
All righty. And so now we get to turn to Causeway, another good one.
Causeway is on Apple TV, and it stars Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh.
As a veteran from the Afghan War. She plays a young lady, boy, I don't have it together this morning, Lindsay. She has suffered a traumatic brain injury, and she's trying to recover. At the beginning of the film, we see that she has problems brushing her teeth, holding a glass, getting dressed. And it is a long, slow, arduous process for her to get back to some sense of normalcy. When she does, she finds a job cleaning swimming pools in New Orleans, and she strikes up this odd little friendship with James, played by Brian Tyree Henry. There you see. It's a tentative friendship. It's not a romantic thing, but he has his share of problems, too. This is a very quiet film, and I've noticed some reviewers say, oh, it's boring. It's not boring. It's heroic in an incredibly quiet way because you see this young woman trying to, as I say, to get back to some sense of normalcy, where playing a memory game and remembering the cards that go together represent a small victory that make her move forward. These tiny, tiny things that these veterans have to deal with every day. That's what this film focuses on. And it reminds us that the battle for some of these people never ends.
Absolutely.
It is a daily struggle. And that's what I liked about this movie. You know, Lawrence, she's always been good. Here, I think it's her best performance because she understands stillness here. But watch her eyes. Everything is said in her eyes. There's a sadness there. There's a longing there that just breaks your heart. And it's, again, one of those things, it's such a subtle performance that people will say, well, she's doing nothing. No, she's doing everything. but doing it very, very subtly. Really, really like this film. I hope she gets noticed for this one. I fear she won't because it's just such a small movie, but I hope she does. As I say, you'll be able to find this one on Apple TV+.
And you'll get an appreciation for what our veterans have been through in the
Exactly
communities, too.
right. Exactly right.
Alrighty, Chuck. Well, thank you for those reviews, and we enjoy these movies coming up.